Audio Jungle.
Yeah, well, I think what you all did that was really um, probably terrifying at the time, but necessary, and a lot of bigger businesses won't even do this. But things were going well, money's coming in the door, you've got customers who want to be signed up. The inclination for most of us is like, just keep them coming. Like,
Sure.
let's go.
Of
We'll
course.
figure it out as we go along the way. But to be intentional about being like, hold up a minute, we got to figure this out so that we can go further.
Yeah.
Right?
I think
It's you got
also,
to pause in that
yeah.
moment.
Yeah, and I mean, I think a lot of people get in those situations too, and then their work starts to suffer too, right? Like, I think that was probably, when you start like falling asleep, like standing up type status, like like, okay, like something needs to happen here, like so it's like I wanted to make sure that like both Liz and I were very intentional about making sure we weren't, our customers that have been with us since day one are, we're taken care of because I'd say like on a good month, like probably like 90% of our customers are recurring. So, it's
Yeah.
a big part of our business. We want to make sure we're treating those people really well. And especially, again, the ones that started off with us. And so it was important that we just didn't continue to take on new work that made everything else suffer because that'll sink the ship quickly as well.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about kind of how we'll get a little tactical here. Let's talk a little bit about how you were kind of doing it in the beginning. Like, what were you using for drivers? Were you just picking stuff up? Like, how did you kind of put this thing together?
Yeah, so like right away, like I'd say, like, so right away we started with another company. We're with Sense right now, which I think has been a good platform. We tried another one prior to that, and I think having like a software was really crucial for us, obviously, to make sure how to route the routes and make sure we're not wasting time driving here to there, and so just having a software was really crucial that I found right away, and yeah, up until I'd say August of last year, we were doing all the driving, all the pickups, all the and so when we first started, we did Monday through Friday or Monday through Saturday pickups. When it was like a 8 to 11 window and a 1 to 3 window, and that was like, man, I was like, oh my god, what did we do? Like, because you'd be driving all day, right? Like you'd be like, go, you come back, and you gotta go out for the afternoon deliveries. There might be one person at that point. Early on in the bit, it was just a nightmare. Like, so we went down to 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and then we do 2 day turnaround, and that like opened up probably like allowed us to like double our business just in doing that. So yeah, but we were doing all that. We're doing all the washing, all the folding, all the driving, deliveries, all the customer contact, all the marketing. It was just the two of us against the world type situation, right? Like at that point, we stopped, kind of put a pause on coaching, like personal brand coaching that we were doing as well. We were doing that early 2024. We put a pause on that just to like kind of go all in on lottos for a sec, and it turned out to be a good decision for sure because we wouldn't have had any close amount of time, but we were able to do a lot of the marketing we did. We were able to do like again like super low budget kind of guerrilla marketing tactics and get the most exposure we could for the least dollar. So that was able to get us within the community we're in too, like a really good foothold on just our name, getting out there the way it needed to with us being so new still.
Yeah, well, and you were not just a new business, but physically you were relatively new to the community
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
It wasn't like
yeah,
you had all these built-in connections.
totally. Yeah, that's a great point.